Okay, I'll call the meeting to order. Not really time with this. So everybody's read the meeting minutes?
Yep.
Okay, I'll make a motion. And we accept the meeting minutes of July 30th. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Any discussion on it? Okay, all in favor? Aye. I make a motion that we accept the meeting minutes of August the 3rd. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, any discussion on those meeting minutes? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
I'll make a motion that we accept the meeting minutes of August the 12th. Is there a second? Is there a second?
I second it.
Oh, okay. Any discussion on those meeting minutes? No?
No.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
I'll abstain.
Okay, the manifest, I guess we'll look at this time.
I had a question about the manifest. This is the what was it?
Those are all the old ones.
Yeah. Where's the, do you have the current one?
This is today's.
Okay. What is Ferguson? That's what I was wondering.
Well, it was Ferguson Waterworks, and it's where they, I assume, got the cold patch for Streeter Woods.
Oh, is that what that was from?
Well, it's Ferguson Waterworks, and then down on the bottom it had Streeter Woods Project. And
Okay,
I mean, they're doing culverts and cold patch. on it.
okay.
So I-
Oh, okay.
All right. Okay, I was just wondering.
Yeah, it's a
highway.
big,
It's a highway item.
Yeah, okay.
it was a big item.
Okay, I make a motion that we accept the manifest of payroll and invoices for August 13th. Is that the date today?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll second that.
Okay, any discussion on the manifest? This is a pretty good manifest again, like last week. You know, if you take out the 28,000 from for the school, we only spent $8,000. That's good. Hopefully, we can keep this going for another month or two. So, okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Cheryl, we talked to Beth yesterday, she's gonna start coming in on Tuesday nights.
Okay.
So that'll be a day to,
Yeah, it'll be good, because I will not have Wednesdays off anymore. Usually, I have Wednesdays and Thursdays off, but I will not. It'll be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, 12-hour days, so.
So
I'll
does
just
that
need to
keep
get
it
in sometime.
Does the Tuesday help then?
Yeah, that'll give me a little more time.
okay.
And supposedly they were going to, Linda or Beth White was going to leave a check with, an envelope with the check so that as you had proposed, the electronic, with, you could mail it on your way to work?
Oh,
The
the
one, it
one,
looks like she has envelopes for every check
So that envelopes for everything, right?
stamped.
So, yeah. Well, that's what we asked her to.
All of them? Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, that's what,
Okay.
she said she could do all of them, you know, and so if there's anything that's
But I don't know,
Do you
was
want-
Cheryl signing up to do that task, or was she, you had just said,
I was
just
just
offered
saying
to
the one
do
that we
the
were
one.
late on.
She didn't volunteer to do it, didn't she?
just the
For
one?
the one check.
The one that we.
And then also, Beth was surprised that the bank had said there would be a fee for that, so she's gonna check in it on her end.
Oh, okay.
You know, and I had checked, they said the ACH automatic would be $20 a month. And then if it was a wire, I can't remember the figures, but there was a fee associated with any way other than the regular mail.
Okay. Well, she said, yeah. So she's gonna leave the envelope, in the address. And so if it's New Hampshire retirement, you can just throw it in the mail.
Right.
And the other one that Beth says she's having trouble with is Visa. Because Visa, you have to pay that within 20 days of receipt of the invoice. So we've been hit with some late charges, she said on that. So if you see a Visa, and Visa was on here today,
Yes,
wasn't
well,
it?
would you be willing to do those two?
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
that would-
Yeah, those two are the ones that we have problems.
The only other thing I'm thinking is, I wonder if you could do like a bill pay, like you would do through your, not so much an ACH. Like I could go home and make it get paid, you know what I mean, go on and set the payment
For Visa.
for both. Right out of bank account. It's like ACH, but it's different. It's just like with my community guarantee, I can go in and just, you set up all your bills. I don't do it now, but I used to. And it wasn't any fees at all. I just thought about that. I don't know if we can do it with an e-corp account, though. That's the whole thing. I can check that too.
Okay.
That just kind of popped into my mind. Haven't seen anything on there that suggests doing it that way. That's probably why I haven't thought of it, but I certainly can check into that.
Okay. All right, and I saw your reconciliation today, or yesterday. You emailed your reconciliations, I saw that too.
Oh, yeah, I emailed them today. I did them last night, but I didn't get them scanned in and sent it yesterday.
So, will you have a report for us?
Yeah, but I need to borrow that one back because there was something I had to reprint and I grabbed the wrong one for my copy. Hopefully this one's No. I have what the balances are. I'm happy. Sorry, I have a right one.
Well, you're actually doing this for the public,
Yeah.
because we already know what they are.
Right.
You already sent them.
Right, I just had to reprint June because I had something in the wrong line, and somehow that's what I ended up stapling to my other papers. But I'm not going to total it in my head, but I can just say the treasurer's report, the QuickBook balance is after the manifest, this week's manifest. And our operating account is $111,156.79. We've got $1,000 in our non-interest bearing account. In the liabilities account, there's $3,367.88. Our money market has $97,106. We have that sweep account, which has $1,000. The Heritage Fund is $392.24. Conservation is $465.89. I do plan on moving some of that money out of the operating account into the money market. We don't need that much for balance. There's more interest earned in there.
Okay.
So I don't have the rest of it broken down, but that's what our balance is as of today. I will email you the front page. Sorry about that. And my computer died before I left. I just did too, so. Even if I noticed it before I left it. So, I'll give you that. I'll give you the cover. Okay.
sign now.
Cookies here, if you want to do the highlight. Did you see highlight? You're sticking it.
Oh, we didn't get a highway report, did
Yeah,
We did, yeah, she,
Yeah.
yeah, she did.
we? I didn't see it.
We've got it in the email. Actually, I have a question about it, so.
Yeah, me too.
Well, let's do the sign and stuff. What we got? We have timber tax warrant.
First, two tax. There's two tax.
Okay.
I can figure it out.
What's next, Beth?
Still coming?
Okay.
The problem.
Yeah.
The problem. There's troublemakers down there. Shamelessly trying to buy us off with cucumbers.
Okay, so that's those. Oh, show me, you had to sign this one too.
Have you looked at these?
As-
I just, are they
yeah.
all there? Okay.
I haven't done that, but
Well, Maria did the math, huh?
Well, yeah, so these two are for what Darlene takes out of her system.
Okay.
And the next four, 1, 2, 3, 4, should be for the cabin. And then the last two will be for the shed.
Okay.
And I do have the math with me, but I recognize the numbers so far.
Okay. Just want to make sure we don't make any mistakes on this will back to the drawing board
Yeah,
again.
well, and as we said, hopefully,
Start
this is the
computing
only-
interest again. So,
thank you guys for making the effort and calculus here.
all set, huh?
Mhm.
Set to sign. Under new business, the MS1 is not ready yet for homeowners.
did Linda have any trouble?
You know,
Wasn't CNP gonna help her or something?
well, it was in Avatar, so the numbers came right out. And, CNP wants to straighten out the issue of the 2 acres that were taken out of current use on Ryan Harvey's property.
Mhm.
He wants to get that done, and that'll be that. For CNMP's part, but I noticed when the figures came up that they had $23,000 that the town had taken in land use change tax came out on the report. I don't know where that came from. So Linda was calling Avatar, and they were supposed to get back to her. I don't think they got back to her today in time, so. So that's a mistake. I don't know how that happened, but I'm sure we'll get that resolved. But all the other values, assessed values and everything is all set. And even the utility tax rate was included on the MS1. So we don't have to file an extension for this year, we can just send it right in.
Okay.
And for the MS4, we're just going to, no changes on that. Right, that's our expected revenues that, and I wasn't planning on changing anything on that. Darlene did a printout for the motor vehicle fees for us, and we appear to be right on schedule to take in about $48,000 is what we estimated that we would take in, so.
No kidding, and that's in car registrations?
Yeah. Yeah, that's our biggest source of income, other than property tax, is that motor vehicle.
Well, I'm not surprised that it's the biggest source of income besides the property tax. I'm just surprised that it's $40,000.
I was really startled to see the town of 350 people.
That's a,
That's a lot of.
who's got the Rolls Royces, you know?
Volvos.
Yeah. Oh, we just got a car, right?
It's a 2005 Honda Civic.
Oh,
I'm
was it
pretty
2005?
sure that's not Bill in the town.
What? Oh, I was gonna ask you, Vicki Latane said she was gonna do the auditing, or has she done it? Or are we in it? Don't know.
Wow. I just assumed she did.
No, I don't think we have.
Well, she was elected in March, so it would be to the end of this year. Right?
I
You
don't know
want
the
me to-
dates to tell you, but I know that they used to do the audits in the summertime.
You want me
She
to call her?
doesn't have to wait till the end of the year. Yeah, that's her, if she's still planning on doing it.
Well, she does it in the summer, but wouldn't she also have to do it at the end of the year? I mean, they only do it in the summer. Okay.
Now, this type of an audit is they grab something and trace the warrant or something and just follow to see if we're actually doing things correctly. It's not an end of the year type of an audit. It's just an audit to see if we're following our procedures correctly, mostly.
Okay.
And the use of the town hall equipment policy. So we never used to be doing anything with the tables and chairs. We would just, somebody wanted them, and one of the selectmen, usually me, will come over and just count them out as they're going out, you know, and the same process when they come in, make sure they all come in. Nobody ever signed anything for them, no. Is that what we're gonna do?
Well, I didn't have a big emotion about it. I was the only one that responded to
Yeah.
her email, so she went ahead with that, but,
I didn't have a strong feeling about it either. It's
so,
felt to me that it was sort of kind of part and parcel
being a
of
small
arranging
thing.
for the town hall, so. But,
I mean, a checklist is easy to do, but,
Use the town equipment in the town hall. So this is not the same form that you fill out if you want to use the town hall. This
no,
is
she's broken it into two separate things.
two separate, okay. So this one that we have right here is for the tables and chairs?
Mhm.
Well, why did she include the checklist on that?
She did, that didn't make sense, that doesn't make sense. Oh, wait, is this, yeah, that doesn't make sense. I mean, how many times do we get requests for table and chairs?
No, you can.
No.
it's separate from the town hall, from a request for the town hall?
Sometimes
Right,
people use
okay.
it at their
They
property.
belong to takers.
Okay, all right, all right.
It's not a policy of the town to let them borrow. If
Right.
nobody's we're not using the tables and chairs, residents can use them.
I mean, if that's all that's being, you know, or coffee pots or anything like that ever went out, you know, then I could see maybe where it would get complicated, but if it's just the tables and chairs and you're willing to count them. Yeah, I didn't have a big emotion, I just felt, you know, she asked, I responded.
Okay, why don't we just table this for now? And, okay,
I see.
I don't know if you want input at this time or wait till later on that subject.
well, go ahead.
Okay.
It's about this?
Yes,
Yeah.
well, I don't know what that says. You just mentioned coffee pots, for instance, is one of the things.
Yeah.
Is that the Grange has provided certain products for use by the whole town, but it's not home. And when we were planning for an event that we were having this spring, or summer, I don't even remember which now. It was, I think, the Going Places event, I believe. We went to get the coffee pot that we provided the Grange to the town, and it wasn't here, it was missing. I'm not, I did not hear this story myself, so I may be wrong in some of the things I said. It was not here, and what we were told was that it wasn't any, somebody else had used it, taken it away from town hall, used it for some purpose, and that the reply was that, oh, it doesn't work anymore, it's not any good. So this was like 1 week from the event of, in fact, it was a Saturday before the Going Places event, the next Saturday. So we were caught without I'm talking the big 30-gallon or whatever coffee pot, and having a big event come up. So we had to go out and spend $180-something, as I recall, almost $200 in order to get a coffee pot to replace the one that was not here when we really needed it. Now, it was, we weren't going to use it till the next Saturday, but this was the Saturday, and it was not any record checked out, nothing like that we were aware of. That I was aware of. And we were told it didn't work, so we took the action to replace immediately because we had the next event coming up. And as I understand that the old coffee pot did show up at some point, but can you see, it cost us another $180, almost $100-something to spend money that the coffee pot, if it had been used and it had been borrowed with the knowledge for somewhere that it had been borrowed, and if it had been reported, I thought that the policy of the town was if you borrow something from the town and it gets broken or it doesn't work, then you at least report, if not replace it. And this became a very expensive thing for the Grange. And I think it's worth addressing, whether you address it with something like that or just acknowledge that it's not to be done, or something that there's a difference to be done. I just think it should be talked about.
Well, you know, that's equipment other than tables and chairs may, in that case, Linda's, I think, checklist, you know, could be reworded a bit to provide for, it worked when it was given to you, it's not working now. and then that person assigned it, it's broken on their watch. If we're limiting it to tables and chairs, it seems to me that's a simple thing, but if we're also lending equipment, maybe it does get complicated. I don't know if pots or anything, or then maybe you do want to keep track of it.
Yeah, and also we have town equipment and Grange equipment here too. And we can't be giving out the Grange equipment.
There certainly should be a record.
So we should.
Well, that's a
we-
shame,
we don't
$200
even-
for
We
that.
don't even know what we're on, the difference of some of these things, whether they
My
belong to us
understanding-
or.
I'm not
or-
sure, but my understanding is that the Grange has donated to the town use, everything that we don't have locked away. That's, I don't know if that's true.
Yes, and what's in the kitchen is, as far as I feel, if it's something that we don't want taken, then we need to take, the Grange needs to take responsibility and lock it up. And if somebody approaches us about using something in particular, then it's up to us to say yay or nay and whatever.
That's a good idea.
It should, the onus should not be on the town.
Yeah.
What is in the kitchen, the Grange and the towns worked together for years, and they helped build the kitchen, and they supplied the kitchen, and so as far as I'm concerned, it is for the town to use. This new coffee pot we purchased, we discussed it and decided it'll get locked in the closet, and if somebody wants to borrow it, they can ask us, and we'll decide from there how we're gonna handle it. The onus should not be on the town to worry what is Grange and what isn't.
Mhm.
That's a good
So
point.
we're trying to, anything that we don't care to see grow legs and walk off, we try and put in the closet. And everything else is for the town to use.
Okay.
And we're gonna just eat the $180 that unfortunately things didn't go as in a reciprocal manner to what we provided.
Yeah, that's a shame. That's a lot of money.
Yeah. We have lent out the tents.
I didn't even know we had things.
We have tents, we have grills that are all out there.
Well,
Which really, something should be decided about them, because they're just gonna, it's not a good place to store them, they're just going to rust and decay out there. So I don't know. Just food for thought. It's not a healthy environment in that shed.
well, I certainly think there should be a record of if somebody's borrowing something, of who it is and when they borrowed it, and when we expect it to be returned. Sandy, we don't know who borrowed the coffee pot?
I don't think that's a relevant point as to
Okay.
who it was. I don't think that makes really a difference. It's a matter of the systems and procedures, I think.
Okay.
We've borrowed tents and we've borrowed chairs and tables for major events we've had. And it's really appreciated that they're available to residents of the town. I think it's a great thing. That we can seat, in one case, we had a memorial where we seated 200 people and had tents thanks to what the town had. Those things are great. And when the Acres has their big annual event, I think in August, I think that's when it is, they use some of the things that are available, and I think that's just great that we can provide that for people who have even big family reunions or whatever, as long as it's all coordinated. My understanding is that we're supposed to notify the women's assistant for a record of that we're taking, how many chairs and tables we're taking, so that so she can also let us know, are they available at that time? And when they maybe be back by, because if there's another meeting, another thing scheduled on my calendar for here, then we need to know they need to be back by this time. And that's an important procedure. I think we set up a few years ago.
Well,
Yes.
something we should work on then, I guess, huh?
Yeah, you know, listening to this, I don't know, I think what Linda's got here is pretty good, other than this is extraneous, it doesn't belong. But I think her equipment thing is, you know, it's simple, and got an easy checklist, and good for me.
You want to adopt that now, or should we clean it up first?
Well, I'd adopt page 1 and 3 for equipment, page 2 to start.
Why don't we clean it up and have a whole document?
There you go. That's fine. Thanks for helping us figure it out.
It's just some incidents that you may not be aware of. Yeah.
Okay. You guys do the highway report?
Anyone else going to need to use the copy?
Thanks.
Anything in there that you want to discuss?
I just say question 2, vandalism.
Yeah,
I'd like to know
exactly.
what the vandalism
Yeah, what is that? What's happened? Cookie, do you know what that is?
What's that?
For
The
the highway report, vandalism?
vandalism?
I think he should contact you all directly. I think you should speak to him first.
Okay,
That's what he wrote and specifically left it at that.
okay. Because it doesn't sound just random. so.
Anything else?
I guess any clarity on the driveway culvert up on North Shore, whether that's a water issue or not? Remember there was a driveway, one resident complained that another resident's driveway culvert situation is still putting water in the road. Is there any resolution?
We haven't heard from the road. I asked him to go up and look and approve it or disapprove it. I sent him an email 2 days back, a week ago, he hasn't responded. So I'll ask him again. That's it for her? Okay, I don't think I have anything else. You don't have anything else? Okay. So,
I was just going to give an update on the moose plate because it came up last time. And I had misspoke. I actually went back to the email, and they are not going to know till the end of July the amount of money they have to disperse. They did not name the date for announcement, but they do say that winners and losers will all be notified, so.
So the end of July is kind of gone, so we're just sort of
Well, and that's
waiting.
when they supposedly will know how much
Okay.
money they have to disperse
Alright.
this
Okay.
this round.
Okay.
Um,
Speaking of grants and funds like that, were we expecting the state what,
Of the highway. rock.
yeah, we were, okay. All right, that's a nice piece of change, so, okay. I didn't know that.
And what else?
That's all I got.
Yes, yeah.
That's it? I see Martha's here. So Martha, did you come to talk about the deed that we received in the mail for a manufactured home that you bought? Is that why you came tonight?
No,
No? Oh. Okay, just a coincidence, you're here. We received, what was it that we received?
It was a warranty for a manufactured home from a company in Plymouth.
Okay.
Martha and Larry.
That you and Larry bought, are you replacing that or?
no,
No, you didn't buy one or?
well, we still got the same place.
Maybe I'll check with Larry and see what.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Steve will check with Larry about that.
We were just concerned, Martha, that there would be an extra building, you know, where you're putting another building on the property, and then you need a permit.
Yeah.
And so, and Steve's the permit officer, so he was just gonna talk with you guys and straighten that out. No, we're not putting anything else up. Yeah.
Okay, because we got something from this outfit, so. All right, I'll check into it.
Okay, anything else?
No, we can make something up if you want.
I feel like I'm forgetting something.
It's in the chapel, but there's really nothing to say about that.
Yeah. Oh, maybe it'll. Well, we'll open the meeting up for public comments, announcements, opinions.
You're scared.
Yeah, you really want to opinions? Yeah.
Anybody have anything? No? Everything's good then, huh?
Great. I hope everybody's having a wonderful summer. It's been, boy, the weather couldn't have been better. A little hot still, but man, just a beautiful summer. It really has been spectacular.
I just have one question. If anybody knows, it was because I came up upon the accident. It was I believe it was a motorcycle accident at the end of the road by Franz's.
Yeah, I saw.
Was it a
that.
fatality?
No, he survived.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my God.
They couldn't believe he survived.
He was alive, I thought for sure.
He was there
Yeah.
with him, yeah.
I brought it to the newspaper for days because they rebooted us. I was coming back, I brought the grandkids up to Canaan Old Home Day for the parade. And coming back, they rebooted because it was right at where that, I think it's a telephone
Yeah.
junction box or whatever.
Yeah.
So they rebooted everybody around the road, but I couldn't find anything in the newspaper.
I looked forever, I went online, I looked in the papers, because the guy came to our house to call 911.
Oh, no.
Because there's no service.
Was it so it was
It's just one motorcycle that I know, I don't know how many people, I have no idea.
It was the new road that caused it, the
That's
Oh,
what
really?
I
Well,
thought.
the digging
ground
up.
up stuff.
Mm.
No, but what's there now is,
Oh, that's the permanent?
it's permanent.
Yeah, that's what I thought,
Yes.
it's the way I come down.
That's it?
Repurposed.
What is it?
That's
My
a
father
feature.
works for the highway department, he said that's the way they do it now. So I was like, what? Because I thought it was temporary too.
I thought that was what.
permanent.
I thought
But
that was something
huge.
ground up.
And then they let the tar over it.
But that's finished. But I guess it's hard on motorcycles. My brother had a fire department, he's not happy with it at all.
Wow.
Because everybody drives too fast
And it got me.
on 118 anyway.
Mhm.
I mean, no, none of us do, right? None of us speed on
Everybody
118.
passes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Did I pass you?
Once in a while.
Yeah.
If it's way before the school bus or way after the school bus, but not when the school buses are out. Too many kids out.
I can't believe
You
it.
have your pencil.
Well, yeah, it's the people that pass through, I think. But
Yeah.
yes, no, he survived, and they were all kind of startled, but.
Wow.
Oh, that's good to get in.
Yeah.
See it.
I thought for sure, yeah.
So did I.
He was airlifted and they got him really quickly, so.
Anyway, that was my question.
I'm glad you asked it, because I was trying to figure out what was going on here.
Okay, nothing?
Not going to about.
They have an announcement.
You just came to see.
Oh, yeah, we have an announcement. Yeah, go ahead, Karen, make
You
your
got a new
announcement.
granddaughter.
Oh, really? Congratulations.
Tuesday morning, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Excellent.
A little early, but she's fine. Big baby.
Nice.
Except her granddad.
That's trouble.
No trouble there.
My granddaughter would like the bridge back on Providence.
Let's take a vote.
Let's make it Saturday, we'll
We have to
walk out there and
we
we'll build a
have to
bridge.
carry our bikes across the river. It's very inconvenient.
Okay.
Okay, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Anybody want any cucumbers?